Oh, hey there.
Hey Arjun.
It's me, Scott Rosenberg, your friend, peer, mentor.
Arjun, you've always said you're either 0 or 100, so we decided to come at you 100.
So I was asked to share a memory or funny story about our time together in Bonn, but most of those probably won't be appropriate for this video. Some of them probably just don't do our relationship justice.
This here is where I keep my photos of Arjun. Anyway, Arjun Prakash.
2 words, 1 man.
Hope you are enjoying the festivities. Congratulations on a successful run as Bonn president.
Where to even begin?
I just wanted to say that I've always had a really special place in my heart for Bonn presidents.
Most people know you as a great leader. I mean, look at your LinkedIn. You're president of Bond,
On a MI board,
VP of DSP,
president of the PE Club,
managing director of the Michigan Journal of Business.
a secret member of MIBC,
You're in Campus Day,
a random newsletter,
and that not-so-secret society.
but to me you're much more than that.
He's probably the most caring person I've ever seen. Back from the first mass meeting when you had your goatee, which, by the way, bring that back. All the way to being my project manager, to being my VP, and being the guy who's given me every piece of feedback and been one of the biggest mentors in my life.
Your charisma and energy is appreciated by everyone in the club, and everyone can tell how much you care. It's been my pleasure to hang out with you over the past couple of semesters.
I'm here today to talk to you a little bit about what this road's been like as I reflect on our time together. And although I was supposed to talk about one story in particular, I think the same way people give a eulogy, it's important to remember your legacy in total. And I feel that talking about one instance would be disrespectful to all of the times that we've spent together. Some enjoyable, most not. But that's not important. That's not what we'll dwell on.
I just want to say thank you for everything you've done, both in terms of professional development and just being there as a friend for everyone in the club. And McKinsey will be extraordinarily lucky to have you. So I guess in consultant fashion, I kind of want to bucket the 2 things I'm going to remember you for the most. So first really is going to be, your ability to do everything between consulting, finance, every single Ross club that you could imagine. You've shown that, the sky is the limit, and that's been huge for me, just knowing that someone's treaded these waters before and done amazing.
Arjun, I really look up to you as a role model. You're involved in everything, but the amount of effort that you put into Bond is really inspiring, and how much you care about all of us is really powerful. I feel really connected. The fact that you care so much about each and every one of us, and that you want us to see us succeed.
You're always there to give me solid advice, as well as being kind and considerate. I also remember when I hardly even knew you, I basically puked in your toilet during bonding, and you were still so tolerant, despite me being a terrible person. So thank you for that.
You came up to me and you put your hands on my shoulders like this. You shook me and you said, "Ashok, no more. No more." I personally felt like that was an example of very good leadership, of exerting control.
Thank you for being a ruthless dictator, Arjun. You are the worst president of all time, but we still love you. Thanks, dude.
Arjun, you're also so incredibly caring. I don't think there is anyone here that's cared about the development of everyone in this room more than you have. I've seen it myself in the ways that you've helped me grow professionally and personally and pushed me to be the best that I could be, but I also still see you as a friend above everything else. You've done so much for all of us here, and I don't think we can thank you enough for your time in this club.
I'm so glad since our first really freaking awkward coffee chat in East Quad, we became better friends, and that now you will always drunkenly talk to me on any occasion you can get, and you will sing Bonfire with me every single time. I hope you keep coming to visit us next semester and years after when you're living your life in New York.
Thank you so much for all of the memories, especially the sick dance moves, the late night pizza house pushes, and of course the South Quad hangouts until 4 a.m. I could not imagine my time in college without you. You were
for all the semester with you, and genuinely though, role model as fuck you.
Even though for the first 5 minutes of my interview, you did think that I worked in a Kleenex engineering lab when I said tissue engineering. So I'm glad we cleared that up.
I remember last year, before we were all 21, we used to go out to Cantina on Thursdays. Couldn't tell you why, but I remember we'd all come back pretty late, bitching and moaning about how we'd have to get up for 10 a.m., 11 a.m., while every single time you would go to campus day at 7 a.m. every morning. And I didn't understand how you did it then. I still don't understand how you do it now. But I think that sort of experience kind of encapsulates why we ended up being such good friends.
I don't have many friends, but Arjun is one of them.
You're honestly one of my favorite people to talk to, despite the fact that you call me out on all of my BS, and I don't know anyone who can light up a room the same way you do.
Arjun, on a similar note, I appreciate how you gave us, you were very spontaneous.
I love when you walk on your toes because it makes me happy.
The bounce.
It makes me happy.
The bounce.
It makes me laugh.
I just think it comes back to the bounce.
And the Sheryl Sandberg love.
Yeah, we're done. It's fine.
And I remember sitting down with you, and you were just the most genuine, very enthusiastic person that I had come across.
Even us Bond alum are super proud of what you've done, and I can say personally I was really comfortable when I left campus knowing that Bond was in good hands.
You're always the kind of person that you can go out and have a great night with, and then you can turn on the professional instinct, and you're always someone I can come to for advice. And I think that's one of the reasons why you've had such a profound impact on people at this club and people at this university.
Thank you so much for being such an inspiration for us newbies. Well, I know we haven't had quite as much time to get to know you as everybody else in the club. And frankly, just how individual you are with everybody and trying to build a relationship and connect with them and make sure that they know you on a personal level.
I've been trying to start my own YouTube channel recently, and iPod Touch for Life 165. Hey guys, it's iPod Touch for Life 165, back with another video. Has been a huge inspiration. Thank you.
Arjun, thank you for being so easy to talk to. You're easily one of the most genuine people that I've met on this campus. And the thing that I love about you most is how much you love Bond. Like, you literally sweat Bond.
Arjun lays down on any service.
That's weird, but I respect that.
I'll say, thank you for making Bond more than what it was when we were freshmen. It's about, being close friends with each other, making, impactful, honestly, real relationships. And I think that's to your credit. That's something that you have put your effort into.
My first impression was that this group is led by an extremely genuine person who not only cares about the organization, but truly cares about the people.
Just so many times where I'd kind of be freaking out, and you were just super receptive of it. Really good at helping calm my nerves as well. You'd kind of just look into the distance for a second, quick jewel hit, and then just hit me up with all the advice and all the motivation I needed to get through whatever I was dealing with.
From being intimidated by you from the day I met you to actually becoming really good friends, getting to know you has truly been a journey, and I wouldn't trade it for anything else.
And I know that if I ever need anyone to talk to about what the meaning of a soulmate is, I can consult with you.
You made me so much more confident in myself and believed in me even when I didn't believe in myself.
I'm so grateful I've had the opportunity to get to know you and continually witness how you offer your advice, guidance, and time to those around you.
Thank you so much for taking me seriously and welcoming me to this very warm family of Bond.
You've been a tremendous presence for me during my time at Michigan. From making me dress up as an Ewok to always guiding me and telling me about what's around the corner, I can only say thank you.
Here's a video of me and him cuddling, in case you weren't able to see that. Wow, look at that cute. Oh, that's so cute.
I also want to say thank you for this wonderful opportunity that Bond has been.
Thank you for being the best president, mentor, leader, and friend that we could ask for.
Arjun, thanks for being there to sing for me in my darkest moments, whether that be at bondings when I suddenly can't tie my shoes, or at Big Little when you're singing to me Let It Go.
My thing was, the bondings have been great, but they haven't been wild enough where the cops have been called. Not 5 hours later, we were having a bonding with a bonfire out front, and the cops came. And thank you so much for taking my advice, Arjun. I really appreciate it.
And then I told you, Arjun, as president, it's your job to get blacked out so you can set a good example for the rest of the club. And then, guess what you proceeded to do?
Halfway through the poll, great cinematographer.
I already started.
I think I'll leave the funny stuff to Abby and Claire. Sure, they have a lot of that.
You've served as a great role model by being most likely to show up to every mass meeting, including those before you were a member.
Black out at any given bonding.
And take a girl to IHOP on the first date.
And on the other side, being the dumbass who like 5 of us had to carry back home after you blacked out again. Goes to, I think, why you're so amazing with people.
But I do want to let you know you've done a very above average job. You've been a top 3 head of Bond over this past 3 years. And I'm proud to be in the same organizations as you.
We're going to miss seeing you around campus. By that I mean the Winter Garden and Tazi. But we know you're going to do amazing things at McKinsey, as long as you stop breaking your NDAs.
But in all honesty, we're going to miss having you around so much next year and hope that you'll stay involved in this club as long as Jake has.
If I was to choose a Bond president, I would obviously choose myself. If I had to choose someone second, obviously I'd choose Rohan because, you know, he's kind of superior. I was a Hussein fan, actually, yeah. You know, but like 4th or 5th, my 4th or 5th choice would probably be Arjun.
And out of everything you've ever taught me, the thing that's going to stick with me most is you teaching me how to become the biggest Russell possible. And for you, I'm always going to rep Bond and keep your seat warm in the Winter Garden for the next time you come back.
But more than being just a mentor, you become a friend, and I can honestly say that this club wouldn't be what it is today without having you as president.
You're the man.
We're gonna miss you so much, and we both love you very much.
So thanks a lot, buddy.
We love you.
Don't get too crazy now during retirement, all right? Make sure to mix in the water every now and then. We'll be keeping tabs on you.
Thanks, James.
Arjun, thank you for being...
Ross. A legend.
Iconic.
Very short.
Synergies, you are value add, and you are
Way hotter than Pierre.
You're amazing.
1 in a million.
Good man. You're my hero.
My president.
But most of all, thank you for being you.
We love you. I love you. I would marry your children if I could. I would marry both of your children to both of my children. I would never stop marrying them until I didn't marry them anymore. And that's how much I feel about you. The end.